Yeah. What's up, good world? It's your boy, Gifted-IsTheTruth. And today on this episode of What the Fuss, what I'm gonna talk about is progress. Progress. Slow progress is still progress. Slow progress is better than no progress. As long as you continue to keep pushing and keep pushing yourself, moving forward, not getting distracted, not getting deterred, not limiting yourself, persevering, being committed, being dedicated, being persistent. As long as you keep doing those things, progress, you will see progress. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, slow progress is better than no progress. I'm in a situation right now where, I'm a paraplegic, spinal cord injuries, After I got out of the hospital, no doctor or anybody told me what my limitations or capabilities would be. They never told me whether I was going to be completely paralyzed or incomplete, meaning that I have some movement and I'm an incomplete. I do have some movement, but I did something today that I haven't done in 3 years. I'm doing fine yourself. I did something today that I haven't done in 3 years, and that was I got out of this chair, got out of this wheelchair, and guess what? I went down to the floor, and I sat on the floor for a minute. I know to some of y'all might be hearing this like, who cares? You got on the floor and things like that, but you know what? As a person, as a paralyzed person, that's a big accomplishment, especially when you do something for the first time. Anything that I have been able to do for the first time after not being able or not being told what I can and cannot do, hey man, this is a great accomplishment. Perseverance, not giving up, not having stinking thinking. Stinking thinking is sabotaging your own self with the thoughts that you have by putting limitations on yourself. And I refuse to put a limitation on myself because my ultimate goal is to get back on my feet. You know what I'm saying? And if I can't get back on my feet, my goal is to be able to still continue to take care of myself in an independent manner. You know what I'm saying? Because when you have to rely on other people for your existence, it can be taxing. It can be draining. You know what I'm saying? It can be very frustrating, especially when people are trying to manipulate you, people trying to take advantage of you. So with that being said, for all people out here, no matter what your struggle is, no matter what your affliction is, keep moving forward. One step at a time, day by day. Because that's progress. That is progress. Some progress is better than no progress. A little bit of progress is always better than no progress. Because see, being in a situation like this, a lot of people they fail to realize, man, they give up on themselves. You know what I'm saying? Or they don't have anybody supporting them or anybody backing them. So a lot of people, they just give up, and when you give up, that's when you lose the will to do other things. You know what I'm saying? You lose the will to take care of yourself. You lose the will to be your better self. You lose the will to strive to survive. You know what I'm saying? And right now, this is all about a survival. You know what I'm saying? Because any and everything that I've done, like when I was in a nursing home, and they was like, man, we're going to discharge you, because they felt like I was giving them a hard time. How can asking questions about your well-being, what procedures you're going to do, why you're being blood drawn, so many blood draws, how can that be a person that's giving someone a hard time? But they always say a patient has a right, So, man, I look at all these things, man. Everything that I've gone through was the step to propel me to the next level. You know what I'm saying? I had to get out of that nursing home. And I would say, and I would use the example, like, if I was just a person born in the woods, right? What would I do? If I was just dropped off in the middle of nowhere, what would I do? I'm going to do everything and anything I possibly can do to survive. step by step, day by day. You know what I'm saying? Moment by moment. You know, I'm going to adapt, overcome, and improvise. Because that's what they tell us in the Marine Corps. Adapt, overcome, and improvise. You know. But at the end of the day, man, do y'all know how good it felt to be on the ground? You know what I'm saying? I have not touched the ground in 3 years. 3 years. You know? And to be able to scoop myself down, to get down to the floor, and to raise myself, to get back up into the sitting position where I was in a chair, and then to get back from the chair to my wheelchair. Yeah, man, that was a hell of an accomplishment. And I'm proud of myself. That's another thing that I could put on my checklist to say, yeah, boy, you did that. You did the damn thing. Never give up. Keep persevering. Keep moving forward. Keep striving. And with that being said, it's all about progress, y'all. Constant progress, moving forward, never giving up on yourself. Because at the end of the day, we our own sabotage. What the fuck?